Bones Brigade Series 14, are the rumors true? Are we getting this Blacklight edition? I don't know. I've seen a lot of stuff happening on social media, guys, lately. And if we do, what are your thoughts? We're going to talk about it. We're going to take a look quickly at the other Bones Brigade series. Just kind of like what I did last year. We're not going to go through as in-depth. So if you want to go through and get a bit of a more in-depth look at the Bones Brigade series 1 through 12, I think I did last year, leading to the rumors of 13. Then you can go, I'll put it up here, you can just click on that, or wait till you get to the end of the video, and I'll have it at the end of the video as well. And that'll give you a good run through of series 1 through 12 at the time, with the hints towards the MASH series that we all know actually came out, Bones Brigade Series 13. And so today we're going to look at Bones Brigade Series 14, the rumors. And again, this has just been coming out this past week. I've seen a couple posts on it. I actually seen one gentleman post that we're going to get legitimate hard information around May the 4th. So May the 4th be with you. So it's going to be around May the 4th that we might be getting some legit hard information on whether this is just a rumor or if it's actually, you know, a series that we're going to be seeing here. I don't know what your take is on it. I think it actually looks pretty rad. I prefer getting colorways that were from back in the day that were actually produced. So this one, I don't remember ever seeing this colorway anyways, but I think it is going to be pretty rad. So just looking at the decks, guys, I'm going to slide through here. The one thing that I find a little bit disappointing to me is that we're getting another bottlenose. I really want another shovel nose, and so the 13s didn't provide that, and I was really hoping that this series, if we were going to get another McGill, that it wouldn't be a bottlenose. Obviously we'd get a McGill, but just that it wouldn't be a bottlenose, that would actually be a shovel. So anyways, it does not look, if this is legit, does not look like we're going to get that. It looks like we're going to get another pointy nose for the Tommy Guerrero, and everything else is pretty much the same, well, except for with the cab, it's the stinger there, which is really rad. So it's definitely a throwback to the early 80s with the stinger. Now, in saying that, I don't know if you guys managed to get your hand on the Steve Cab Chinese Dragon, the Blacklight one that was released probably, 5 months ago, maybe less, I don't know. You can't find them in the stores as easily right now. So if you can find them and you're hoping to get, I'll put it up here, just a picture of it. But if you can find this deck, and you're hoping to get the Blacklight series Bones Brigade, if it does actually come true and drop, this Chinese Dragon would look so killer with it. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to do a quick, show of these series 1 through 12. I'm not going to talk about them in depth. I'm just going to put up one that kind of fills the screen here. Now, when you're looking at this one, just know that the shapes are off a little bit. Whoever rendered this, the shapes just are not exactly right. So I'll actually throw up another one and have a scroll version of it. It's just this other one that I'll be scrolling here. The shapes are accurate, but it was a little bit more difficult to navigate. It's just not as clear and in your face. So hopefully you'll get a feel for this whole screen. Anyways, otherwise I'll put some links to these images that you guys can download and see for yourself. And as always, I'll put them at the end of the video. And so let's just take a look through quickly. I'm just sliding over. Yeah, and so on this first one here, we see the series. You're going to scroll, just right to left, left to right like we read. And you're going to just see the 1, 2, 3, next line 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. And then as I'm talking here, I'll start scrolling this next level as I'm talking about these ones just briefly. And so I'm going to point out a couple that I absolutely love in this series. The series has been so good. It's been so great to, get our hands on these decks that we grew up with, that we love, and that they've managed to pull, this series together. It's so rad. I truly do appreciate that they're able to do that. I have noticed lately, which is a little bit frustrating, and again, you see it on a lot of posts, the quality just doesn't seem to be what it was in the 80s. Noticing a lot more warped decks and stuff. I don't know if that's just because we're hanging them now. I've heard, again, we've talked about this in other videos, but just the glue, the woods aren't as old, they're a little bit younger, and so as a result of that, there's, issues that way. Anyways, could just be, again, the fact that we're looking at them more meticulously now because we're looking at it from an art side. Anyways, the series has been awesome. So Powell, thank you so much for dropping them and bringing back all of these memories for us. But I think that's given you guys enough time to kind of look through this other one. So I'm just going to now highlight a couple of the series that I think are absolutely amazing, and it ticks me off that I missed out on it. I so badly, you guys know, the Hawk in Series 5 and Series 6, I'll pull them up here, are by far the coolest Hawks. Oh, one other thing as I'm sliding through the decks here. So we seen this Rumour last year as well, right guys? This fluorescent one, I'll pull it up. And it actually looked pretty rad as well. And so I don't know if this was like maybe something that was going to be. I found this one on the Skate 1 forum. There was a conversation around the Bones Brigade Series 13, and this one was rumored to be 13. So anyways, yeah, pretty rad. It would have been cool to get this one again. The family version of the Lance there would have been, kind of a nice new addition. We haven't really seen that, so that would have been kind of sweet. And the colors on these ones look pretty sick as well, right? And so I don't know if they're just like, okay, let's take this concept and now we're going to tease with the Chinese Dragon cab, and that's actually what's going to come out for Series 14. So just a quick flash on that one again. But let's get back to a couple of my favorite ones for sure. Let's start with Series 5. Man, I am telling you, this is such a fire series. The only deck colorway that is not doing it for me that much in this series is the Mullen. I absolutely love that McGill. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about shovel. I want to get, that shape. It's so rad, and in the black, it looks absolutely amazing. That purple pointy nose, again, fire. I have the orange, right back here, which is pretty sick for the Lance Mountain. I so badly want that Hawk, the Series 5 Hawk and Series 6 Hawks, with the Series 9, and I really do dig the Series 12, but they're my favorite colorways for the Hawks. And that cab is pretty fire as well. All right, so here's Series 6. This colorway is just absolutely insane. I feel like they just crushed it the whole way through. Again, we got the shovel nose in there for the McGill, which I don't know why they stacked two amazing series together and then it's just been kind of sparse throughout the rest. Now, minus Series 4, the all black one, the colorway of that was really sick. But anyways, Series 5 and 6, man, they just dialed it and they nailed it. This Series 6 here, that entire colorway, again, that pink Hawk, absolutely amazing. Definitely want to at some point get my hands on it. It's just so hard to justify, that $1,000 now to buy the reissue Hawk. But anyways, super sick on that one. The other thing, oh yeah, and then Series 9, there's some really cool stuff in Series 9. So this is the thing. This is kind of what I find weird about some of these other decks. So we'll see with McGill's, we'll see with cabs, just pretty much those two. They'll do constant releases just from Powell that aren't actually part of the Bones Brigade series. But we can see here in this Series 9 one that cab is the Vert Chinese Dragon. And I was just referencing the Blacklight Chinese Dragon that dropped that was not part of a Bones Brigade. And so, I don't know, it kind of loses a little bit of the uniqueness to it when we're seeing these, independent drops that are happening outside of the Bones Brigade releases. Just my 2 cents. Now, in saying that, I know lots of guys that have been collecting the pig shape McGills, and they love the variants. So some with, the no eyeballs, some, with the eyeballs, and they are collecting specifically for that. And so there's definitely guys that have eaten that up and, have loved the fact that they're also getting more of these unique ones in the Bones Brigade series. All right, guys, and then I forgot to show this one, obviously. This is the one that just dropped recently here, but the Series 13, again, this was not one of my favorite ones, but you'll notice when I was showing those, the 1 through 12 earlier, that there wasn't the Series 13 in there because I haven't found yet a complete series list. And so just a reminder, if you're brand new to the game, this is what Series 13 looked like, and it dropped last year. And there are actually still a couple stores that you can find some of these. I don't think they moved quite as well as the other series, because you definitely can't find any of the other series. And you couldn't months after, like, within 2 months, those series were cleaned out. And this one, almost a year later, and there's still a couple places that I've seen, like the Lance Mountain or the Cab or the McGill. The Guerreros and the Hawks and the Rodney Mullins, they tend to go pretty quick in these. But yeah, there's still a couple places. So if you're out there doing your due diligence, and if you haven't and you're looking, I still think I know of a couple places in Canada. So if you're not in Canada, and you're looking, then, drop me a line and I'll push over some links for you guys so you can find those. I think I can think of about 2 other shops that still have them. So anyways, drop me a line. Okay guys, so that's it. Let's just pull up the Rumoured Series 14 again. Let me know what your thoughts are on this one. I think that the Hawk is going to make a sweet addition up here if I can get my hands on it. I cannot get my hands on the Series 13 Hawk, and it ticked me off so much. Because just the frustration with we're only selling locally. And so anyways, all of the stores just said we're selling locally, and I'm not close to any store. So it made it super difficult for me. And the thing that is frustrating is that there's times that I support shops more than local people, quote unquote local people support those shops. So I've bought more from these stores who are limiting the sale of the Bones Brigade Series to people that could walk in versus people that have been supporting them on a regular basis. Anyways, I've talked about that before. It was a little bit frustrating. I hope their policies change for Series 14 and that all of us actually get a crack at getting them, because I would love to put that Hawk up there. And I'm not going to lie, that mullet, this whole series actually looks pretty sick. I think it would look amazing. And again, if you haven't had a chance to get your hands on that Blacklight Chinese Dragon, you might want to do that, because against the rest of these, it's going to look pretty fire. All right, guys, well, let me know your thoughts. Again, thanks for coming out. Please do the like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. All of that helps. I love engaging with you guys. And let's keep it rolling here at 80s Love. Cheers.